All right, Harps, thanks for joining us. Can you just give us a bit of an indication as to why you haven't been out on the track in the last few weeks?
Last few weeks just have a bit of a knee injury, just giving me a bit of grief, and I think it's a bit of a cumulative effect of my ankle and just asymmetrical running pattern. So that's just over time wore it down and made it a bit tight. So, and then in one training session it all came about, and just could hardly run with pace and without pain.
Must be frustrating to be on the sidelines, of course, after a pretty good pre-season from yourself.
Yeah, so last few pre-seasons hasn't been great for me, and this year I was starting to get some continuity in my footy, and I was starting to play some games without any problems, and then this came along, so it was pretty frustrating because last year was a long year for me, and then this just to pop up right at the start of the season hasn't been great, but we can sort of deal with it, and I think I've got the mental strength to cope with that sort of stuff now, and we can push through it and hopefully be back soon.
And you're confident that that won't be too much of a setback in terms of how the latter end of the season will pan out for you?
Yeah, it might help me later in the season being fresh and everyone else is pretty tired, but I'm mentally strong enough to battle through these sort of injuries and get out the other end, so hopefully should be right.
And watching on, I guess, as a spectator, as you've had to, how have you seen the team's form so far this season?
Yeah, it's been good without being fantastic. We've got a lot of areas to work on, but we're 90% of the way there. We feel like we're on the verge of being one of the better sides. Like obviously Hawthorn showed us up a bit, but we've got a good chance to go out there this week and show the footy world what we're actually capable of, and beating Fremantle over there is going to be a good task.
And just finally, can you tell us how long it is until we might see you back on the training track?
Well, hopefully a couple of weeks before full training, and then we'll see how we go from there. So not too long, hopefully.